Welcome back. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. So over the past month, I've made one YouTube short every day to try and help people learn business concepts on a platform that's accessible to everyone. And just like with anything new that we try, getting started is almost always the hardest part. Whether it be starting a business, going out for a new job, joining a new club, or a new sports league, the concept applies universally. And to inspire you to strive towards achieving your goals, I compiled my first 30 videos so that you can see how just trying something and sticking with it truly does make you better. So the point is, just get started. Watch till the end and let me know what you think, as well as other videos that you'd like to see. Without further ado, here we go.
Hey, I just got my first real job.
Whoa, that's awesome. Congrats, man.
Yeah, and they're paying me $40,000. It'll be nice to have some money to spend.
Hey, that'll be a great start to your independence.
Right? And I've been wanting a new truck, so I think I'll treat myself. It costs 35 grand, but since I'm being paid 40, I can buy the whole thing in cash right now.
I wouldn't do that. You do realize your $40,000 salary isn't what you actually take home, right?
What?
Yeah, so your salary is what's known as your gross pay, or the money you make before taxes are taken out. On the other hand, your net pay is what you actually get to keep in your pocket after taxes.
So what are you saying?
Well, your net pay will actually be about $32,000, which means you can't buy the truck. But this money needs to last you the entire year to pay for things like housing, groceries, and even go towards your savings.
Wow, thanks a ton. How'd you figure out your net pay?
Just follow Bryce. He teaches business. Hey, I just got paid, but I don't know what to do with my money. Any tips?
Sure. One strategy you can use is called the 50-30-20 method.
Uh-huh.
So this is where you put 50% of your income towards your needs, 30% towards your wants, and 20% towards your savings.
Sweet, thanks, man.
So what would be considered a need versus a want, and where do I save that money?
Follow for the answer.
Hey, business guy, I made a budget, but I got some money left over. What do I do with it?
Whatever you want.
Real big help there, buddy.
Why don't you try a zero-based budgeting strategy?
What's that?
Well, it's where your income minus your expenses equals zero.
Well, I'm not trying to go broke and spend it all.
Whoa, hold up. In this strategy, you're giving every dollar that you take home a purpose. That way you know where all of your money is going.
And if I have extra?
Well, you can put it wherever you like. Maybe a little extra into your savings, some for a rainy day fund, or even go buy yourself a new pair of shoes.
So if I take home $3,000 a month, I should allocate where all of it's going so that there's $0 left unaccounted for.
Exactly.
You know, you're not too bad at this finance thing. It's almost like you teach it or something. Yo, business guy, I want to buy a Lambo, but all these bills I have keep me from saving money. Help me out.
Ever heard of the pay yourself first concept?
Well, duh. My paycheck goes to me first. No. Pay yourself first means you put your paycheck towards your savings goals first, such as that Lambo fund or a house, and then you use whatever's left over for your expenses. Oh, so I should set my savings aside first and then make cutbacks on my monthly expenses if need be.
You got it, man.
So where can I... Hey, business guy, how would I create a budget if I only wanted to use cash?
Oh, you should use the envelope system.
I have no idea what that is.
It's pretty simple, actually. Take a few envelopes and write an expense category on each one, such as gas, rent, or going out to eat. And then put that money you plan to spend on those things into the envelopes.
Oh, so the money I have in those envelopes is all that I can use, which will prevent me from overspending.
You got it, man.
Thanks. Now I just need to...
If you're being paid a salary of $40,000 a year, how much of that do you actually get to keep? Let's find out. Go to paycheckcity.com, over to Calculators, Salary Calculator, and select the state that you live in. For this example, we'll say Connecticut. Then under Gross Pay, select your salary. Under your filing status, select how you file. For this example, we'll leave it at single or married filing separately. And then for Connecticut, they have the single withholding code. And if you're single and expect to make over $15,000 in the year, Form Code F is the option for you. Next are voluntary deductions. This is expressed as a percentage of your gross pay, and let's put in 5%. This is exempt from federal and state taxes. Let's add one more, and this will be called health insurance. This will be expressed as a fixed amount. And let's say $350. This is also exempt from federal and state. After all taxes are taken out, we are left with $27,397.44. Here are 3 quick and easy ways that you can make money now with no skills by using Fiverr.com. First, design logos. Find a business that needs a logo, but instead of you making the logo yourself, hire a freelancer on Fiverr.com who will do it for less than what you charge the customer. Send the business your logo, and you collect the difference in profits. Number 2, develop an e-commerce store. But instead of going through the hassle of starting from scratch, hire someone on Fiverr to do it for you. Skip the boring setup phase and fast track your way to making money. And number 3, be a web design agency. Again, no technical skills required on your end. Hire someone to design a website for you for less than what you charge the customer, and you keep the difference in profits. Link in description if you want to give it a try. Hey business guy, want to hear my next great idea? Oh boy, I'm gonna design logos for businesses, but I have no artistic skills. Help me out? Why don't you just use Canva? What's Canva? Yeah, it's this great graphic design site that can turn a complete beginner into a digital creative master. It has tons of templates and tools that you can use to design literally anything with basically no skill. Nice. Thanks, man. Yeah, now go out and start that business. Link below if you want to try it out yourself. Yo, business guy, I just got this new credit card, and since I have all this free money, I'm gonna go shopping. Whoa, hold on a minute. It's not free money. If anything, it could be the opposite. Say what? Well, simply put, a credit card is a short-term loan that you need to pay back at the end of the month. And if you don't pay it all back, you can owe even more than you spent due to interest. So I can't go shopping? What are you saying, man? So as long as you pay off your card in full and on time, and don't spend more than you otherwise would have in cash, you can buy whatever you want. Are those like the golden rules of being smart with credit cards or something? Yep. Follow to learn more. Yo, business guy, what investment is guaranteed to lose me money? Is it crypto? Well, although crypto can be quite volatile, it isn't guaranteed to lose you money. Oh, well, it's gotta be penny stocks. Try again. NFTs? I'll just tell you. Yeah, that would be nice. Well, if you want a guaranteed way to lose money, just put it in a savings account. No shot. It literally has savings in the name. Well, with inflation going up an average of 3% per year, and 2022 seeing numbers over 8, that less than 0.25% interest rate that a savings account gives you means that each year, your savings lose value just by sitting there. Oh boy, I've got a lot to learn. Share with someone who didn't know this. Hey business guy, there's a lot of things I want to accomplish, but I have a hard time following through. Any advice? Have you ever tried setting a SMART goal? No. What's that? Oh, well, SMART is an acronym that gives you a framework for how to achieve a goal. What does it stand for? Sure, so S stands for specific, M for measurable, A is attainable, R is for relevant, and T is for time-bound. Gotcha. So what would an example of that look like? Follow for part 2. Let's make a SMART goal in under 60 seconds. So SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's say our goal is to run more. Well, to make it specific, we might say, I will run a 5K road race. To make it measurable, we need a number to strive for. Let's say 20 minutes or less. For attainable, if you've done any physical activity or running in the past, I would say that you could achieve this goal. For relevant, we want to know why you're trying to set this goal. So in this case, we might say to be able to qualify for the cross-country state meet. And for the time-bound element, we need to know when we're going to achieve this goal by. In this case, October 31st, because that's when the cross-country state meet is. So in conclusion, our SMART goal is I will run a 5K road race in 20 minutes or less so that I can qualify for the cross-country state meet by October 31st. Follow for more. Yo, business guy, my investments are doing great. I've been buying and selling like crazy. That's great, you're doing well. But you're actually gambling, not investing. What do you mean? I'm trading assets in the stock market, aren't I? Well, you're making impulse trades for short-term results. True investing is making calculated decisions for a long-term game. So how do I become an investor? Just follow me. I'll teach you how to be financially free. Guy, I need a side hustle. Help me out. Okay. How about a pop-up pizza shop? Interesting. So how does it work? Well, first, check your state's requirements for licenses and or permits. Okay? Then, go buy a Bertello portable outdoor pizza oven combo and some ingredients to make pizza. But that's so expensive. Well, let's run the numbers. If you buy the complete kit and all the ingredients for under $600 and you charge $10 per pizza, you would need to make about 60 pizzas to get your money back. That's actually not too bad. And get this, the oven can make a whole pizza in just 2 minutes, which means that if you had a constant supply of customers, you can make your money back in just 2 hours. Oh wow, and then basically everything thereafter is like straight profit. Yep. Link below if you want to try it for yourself. Hey lazy boy, listen up. You want to make easy money from your couch? Do this. Start a YouTube channel in a specific niche like meditation. Instead of making the videos yourself, hire someone on Fiverr to do it for you for as little as $5. And don't worry about writing titles, descriptions, or fancy SEO tags to rank in the YouTube algorithm. You can have that done on Fiverr too. Then, upload the file to your channel, rinse and repeat. And soon, you're on your way to making passive income with long watch times without having to get off that couch. Link in comments and bio to make money now. Will cutting out your $5 coffee every day save you a ton of money? No, but there's a catch. If you spend $5 every day on coffee, at the end of the year, you will have spent $1,825. But if you invest that in an S&P 500 index fund that returns an average of 10% per year, after 40 years, you would have an extra $807,000. That was just by cutting back on a small $5 cup of coffee. But if you thought that was a lot, wait until you see how much cutting back on the big three can save you. Housing, transportation, and food make up over 60% of your spending. And choosing more affordable options now means that you can retire early. Downsize your house, rent out a room, buy a less expensive car, and make your lunches at home as opposed to going out to eat every day. And you could easily save yourself $15,000 a year. But wait, if you invest that difference in an S&P 500 index fund with an average rate of return of 10%, after 40 years, you will be left with $6.8 million. Cut back on your unnecessary expenses, invest the difference, and your life will change. Like and follow to learn more. Top 3 ways to pay less for a car. First, buy it used. On average, new vehicles lose 60% of their value in the first 5 years. So buying used means the car costs less and will depreciate much slower during your ownership. 2, buy it in cash. Interest on a loan can be costly in the long term, and buying in cash means you won't have a monthly payment, which means you can actually spend money on things that you want. And 3, negotiate with the seller. If you can't agree on a price, don't buy it. Simply walk away. More vehicles will come up that fit your price range. Don't buy vehicles strictly on emotion, and make sure they fit your budget first. Follow for more. What's easier and more profitable than dropshipping? Try drop servicing. This business model is when you sell a service, like running social media ads or designing websites for businesses, and instead of doing the work yourself, you hire someone on a freelancing site like Fiverr to do the work for cheaper. You act as the middleman, and you keep the profits. This strategy is mostly passive, it's a great way to make extra cash, and it can scale with relative ease. Click the link in the comments and bio if you want to try it yourself. This little known credit card hack will boost your score to the moon. Revolving utilization is the amount of money that you spend on your credit card, and it's a major factor that contributes to your credit score. In order to maximize this, you want to owe less than 10% of your available credit limit by the end of that month's billing cycle. Let's give an example. Let's say your credit card lets you spend up to $5,000 in a month. In order to get the best score, you want to owe no more than $500 by the end of that billing cycle. Now let's say you do happen to go over. That's okay. You can make small payments throughout that month so that by the time that statement ends, it reflects less than 10% or less than that 500. Do this and your score will soar. Hey business guy, what's up? I've been using my credit card, but my score keeps going down. How do I fix it? And you're using how much of your credit limit? Well, I can put up to $5,000 on the card, so that's usually what I spend. Oh boy. You should really get your utilization, or the amount that you owe on your credit card, down to 10% or less of your credit limit. And why would I do that? Well, if you owe less than 10% of your credit limit by the end of your card's billing cycle, then you're seen as more responsible with credit, and your score will go way up. Oh, gotcha. Thanks, man. Should I like and follow for part 2? Yo, business guy. So I'm trying to keep my credit card usage to less than 10% of my credit limit. But with all these bills piling up, it's just simply impossible. Is my credit score gonna tank? Well, no, not exactly. Well, what's the catch? So your credit card only looks at how much you've spent once your billing cycle has ended. So? Well, if you make payments during the month so that by the end of your billing cycle, you owe 10% or less of your credit limit, then you can trick the system into thinking that you only use that much for the month, and your score will go way up. So in reality, I can use the card as much as I want, and as long as I pay it down over the month, the only number that card company is going to see is what I owe at the end of the billing cycle. Yep. Like, follow, and share for more tips. So what's a credit score? Well, just like how your grades in school measure your ability to do work well and on time, your credit score is like your grade for borrowing money. Paying your credit accounts on time and doing so consistently will have the greatest impact on raising your score. Follow for more. Here are 3 reasons why you should get a credit card. 1. It'll build your credit. This allows you to take out loans for larger purchases down the road, like a house or a car. 2. You get cash back and rewards points by simply using your card on things that you already buy. It's essentially free money in your pocket. And 3. Fraud protection. If a thief steals and uses your debit card, that money comes out of your account instantly. But since the credit card company is loaning you money, if your card is stolen, just give them a call and they'll resolve the issue for you. Share this with someone who's looking at getting a credit card. Want to learn to invest but not sure where to start? Let's go. If you want to begin your path to generating wealth, follow these 3 steps. Number 1, open a brokerage account with a major financial broker, such as Charles Schwab, Fidelity, or Vanguard. Number 2, buy an ETF or low-cost index fund, such as VOO, SCHX, or FXIAX. These are a diverse group of stocks that mirror the performance of the S&P 500. And number 3, repeat step 2 by buying and holding low-cost index funds and ETFs. If you like this content, let me know. Drop a like and a follow. How much do you need to retire or be financially free? Well, there's 2 things that we need to look at. First, our expenses, and then withdrawal rate. So the average American spends around $60,000 per year, and a safe withdrawal rate from our investment account would be considered 4%. Now, if the average long-term returns of the market are around 10%, that means that even as we're taking money to live off of, our account is still growing by around 6%. That's pretty cool. So, given those factors, to comfortably afford the average American's expenses of $60,000 per year, you would need a nest egg of $1.5 million. Follow to learn how to do this. What does it mean to be financially free? Well, essentially it's when you don't have to work anymore, and money is no longer a factor that you have to worry about in regards to your current lifestyle. So you can comfortably live off of your investments and have all your lifestyle needs met. That's what it means to be financially free. And if you want to learn how to get there faster, follow me for more tips and tricks. How do you live off your investments? Well, essentially you build a nest egg of an investment portfolio and you take a percentage to withdraw from it to live off of. Now, a safe number to withdraw is around 4%. And with average market long-term returns being around 10%, that means that even as you're withdrawing your money, it's still growing by around 6%. That's not you working for money anymore. That's money working for you. And that's how you live financially free. Follow for more tips. Identity thieves use this simple trick to steal your credit card. And wait till the end so you can learn how to better protect yourself. So credit card skimming is a common practice where a thief will put a false magnetic stripe reader on top of an existing legitimate card reader. And this is commonly done at unmonitored point-of-sale machines, such as at gas stations or ATMs. That way, the thief can install them without drawing suspicion. Now, these devices look exactly like the real card reader and are placed directly on top of the actual thing, so you'd have no idea if you're being skimmed or not. And if you do happen to swipe the card in one of these skimmers, the device steals your card's information and the thief can rack up as hefty a bill on your card as they want. And you have to pay for it. So to better protect yourself, simply jiggle the card reader before you swipe with a magnetic stripe. And if the device doesn't budge, then you're good. Continue paying as you normally would. But if there is a skimmer, then it will pop off and you will have just saved yourself from dealing with credit card theft. Share this to better protect people's money. Congratulations, my financially irresponsible employee. You just got a raise. Sweet! And since I have more money, I can spend some more. So let's go get me that new car. I'm sorry, sir, but you've spent too much, and now you're out of money. Ah, man. Well, I guess I'll just put in more hours at work so that I can make more money. For all your hard work, here's another raise. Alright, time to go buy that bigger house. And the cycle repeats. This is called lifestyle inflation. And just because you make more money doesn't mean you need to spend more. To avoid being caught in this trap, stick to a budget and spend less than you make. Follow for more.